Hello everyone, Danny Gorola here with Stampin' the Pink Barn, coming to you from a nice and mild Tucson, Arizona. So we have had some, crazy news kind of spring up in our lives, but that's just such as life, right? Could be worse. I could be dealing with crazy weather like some of you guys are. Hello, Frida. Yeah, weather has been very, very mild here. We were in the mid 60s today. Nights still get kind of cool. Definitely not below freezing or anything like that, but it gets a little chilly. Hello, Mary. How are you? Hello, Lois. Cold where you are. Woohoo! Yeah, I was just explaining that it is very, very mild here in Tucson, Arizona. We were in the mid 60s today. It gets chilly at night, but definitely not below freezing or anything like that. We did have last week a couple of nights we had a hard freeze, but definitely, we had no snow. That they were kind of saying that in the higher elevations last week we could have some snow. We didn't have any of that. So it is what it is. Hello, Becky. Hello, Sheila. Welcome. Hello, Anna. Oh my goodness, Lois. 4 below and 17 below wind chill. Yee, now that's chilly. 17 in Kentucky. Wow. Hello, Denise. Yeah, it's been, I can't ask for better weather than what we have here in Tucson during the pretty much fall, winter, and spring. We have amazing weather. It's just that heat in the summer that I'm like, okay, but you got to give a little to have a little, I guess. So we just, hunker down during the summers and stay indoors where it's nice and air conditioned and deal with that short period of time to have these beautiful, days like this where, my husband, he was asking me today, he says, so what can we start planting? And so of course I get a hold of my friend who is major like homesteading and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, hey, I need the website that you go to that lets me know what we can put in the ground and what we have to start inside. So she sent me all these different websites. So he wants to start his garden. So please excuse me, I have a cough drop in my mouth and I'm going to try not to move it around very much, but I have to go see, the doctor sent me a referral. She wants me to go see an endocrinologist. I don't know. I'm probably saying it completely wrong, but I have nodules on my thyroid and they have increased in size. And like within the last 2 weeks, when I went and saw the ear, nose, and throat specialist last year, they told me that if I can feel them bothering me or if I can tell a difference in my swallowing, then I need to bring it up to the doctor. So when this last time when I had, every 6 months I have to go in and have ultrasounds on it. So I do feel that there is an increase in size of them. But the last 2 weeks, I have been dealing with this other thing that in the back of my throat, it feels like, almost like there's a popcorn kernel, like stuck in the back of my throat. Hello, Peggy. And it is just driving me bananas. So I'm constantly coughing, and it's not like a cough, but it's just like more of a, trying to get that out of my throat. I have tried taking big gulps of water. I haven't been eating any popcorn, so I know that's not what it is. I don't know if maybe I coughed and it's maybe scratchy. I don't know. It just feels like, there's something in there. And I have even tried taking my tooth flosser thing, the spray water flosser, and I tried spraying that down the back of my throat just to try to get whatever's in there out. It's just making me crazy. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have a cough drop in my mouth and I'm going to try not to let it click my teeth, because that is why I hate cough drops, because if I hear them click on somebody's teeth, it just makes me crazy. And So I thought, okay, if I keep it in my mouth and I leave it alone, maybe that will help with the cough that I have, because it's a very dry cough. I don't know. So hopefully the could be a tonsil stone. I have never heard of that. That is something I will definitely bring up. I'm not sure if this doctor that I'm going to go see, I know he is a specialist, the endocrinologist or whatever they're called, is a thyroid specialist. So I don't know if he'll know anything about what's going on in the throat, but I mean, they're kind of close, so maybe he will. Not sure. But I don't get to get in and see him until March 1st. So I'm assuming that if this keeps bothering me, I'm going to have to go in and see my doctor, and then maybe she can actually refer me to just go see the throat doctor. I don't know. It always seems like it's something. And then for those of you guys who have been following my personal Facebook page, you guys have seen that we kind of had some, it's not necessarily news that we didn't know what that was going to be coming our way, but it was kind of definitely not expected this soon. But you guys all know the story of my daughter, and I always try to keep you guys in the loop because you're my people. So recently we just took her in last week because every 6 months she has to go in and see her orthopedic doctor. And hello, Marcia. And hey, Kay, how are you? And so he had let us know that her back has now, because part of Rett syndrome, we all know that scoliosis goes hand in hand with that. So it's pretty much knowing that your child has this syndrome, disease, whatever you want to call it. Most of us parents go into knowing that there will be a time and a day that we will have to have a spinal fusion surgery. And so he let us know that since her last x-ray scans that she had done, she has gone up in a 10% curvature from where she was. So she was at a 33, 34. She's now up to a 44. Hello, Jamie. So that being said, that big of a jump, he said that he highly advises us to, within the next 6 months, have the spinal fusion done for her. Which, again, I was thinking we had, years to go with this, because she does wear a back brace at night. It's kind of like a turtle shell like thing that we clamp in on her. And so that has definitely bought us time. That shell has, because he had explained to us that children, kids, teens, whatever you want to call, do the majority of their growing at night. And then he said that because of her age, she's in like prepubescent. I guess most girls have probably already started their period by her age, but she's kind of slow on the ball. That with that, there's also a lot of growing going on with the body too. So he said he doesn't really, find it odd that she has such a big curvature at such a short window of time. But he was just explaining that if he does the procedure now, because she's at a 44% curvature, he will be able to get her at a 100% straight spine if we do the surgery now. If we wait and say, we wait a couple of years and do it as she's an adult, then she could be at a 60 or a 70% curvature then, and then we risk him having to not completely get her straight, but she might still be at a curve, which not that that's like a bad thing, but like he said, normally younger people do better with surgery than as we get older. And so there's just pros and cons in there. And that's what he said. It's just something we have to make the decision on. Now, talking to family, friends, and whatnot, I do think we're going to go have a second opinion up at the Phoenix Hospital, only because that's where all of her specialists are. That's where her nutritionalist is at. That's where her gastro doctor's at. That is where her neurology doctor is at. That I would just feel more comfortable just to have another doctor be like, yes, your doctor is 100% correct. This is what you guys should do. I just think that would be a wise choice as a parent, to just find that out. So that's what we're going to do. So he, and even the doctor down here had told me that, that he's 100% on board with us having a second opinion. He said he would actually send a referral up to the Phoenix hospital. So you know what? Obviously, he's not like shutting us down and being like, no, you have to have this done here and da 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 da. No, he was very open and willing to let us see another doctor and find out what somebody else would have to say about it. So that's kind of where we are with that. That being said, that has kind of put a pause on our, upcoming traveling, because this is a pretty extensive surgery that she will be in the hospital for at least 5 days after the procedure. And then it's kind of I wouldn't say a long healing process, but there's going to be some pain involved in that, because it's opening your whole spine up and taking your spine from being at a curvature and popping it straight, putting a rod all the way down, and then putting screws all the way through it. That sounds insane to me. Like, that scares the heck out of me. So to think that they're going to do this to my baby is just, but we knew that it has to be done. And it does make 100%, like, when you think about it, it totally makes sense that doing it at a lower curvature, he could get it straighter. I didn't even think of it that way until he broke it down. So, we've just got some things coming up. So I told my husband, I guess we can stop looking at travel trailers right now, because really, what's the sense of buying one now if we're looking at least probably another 8 months down the road before we could even take off and do anything. And then my friend was over yesterday and she was telling me, she goes, have you ever stopped and just thought about what is it like if you guys are on the road and something medically happens to her? I was like, no, I didn't think about it that way. And she goes, really, you've not? I go, no, because my daughter's healthy. I mean, it's not like we're in the hospital a lot. It's not like there's a lot of emergencies that come up with her. Hers is just more routine. So I was like, no, I've never looked at it in that aspect, that her team is here. And I'm pretty sure if something that bad emergency-wise happened when we were out on the road traveling, we would just either have to, fly her home and then deal with that. So, there's been a huge, like, eye-opening. It's like mind-blowing now, that things that I just didn't think about, that now are kind of like, oh, these things are now on the table. I gotta stop, because I'm very impulsive. I want something and I want to do it now, and we have to do this, and we're not getting any younger, and so now I'm just like, okay, I guess there's a lot more that I need to process. And then I was talking with my husband today, and I was like, my parents have this timeshare thing, and they're always willing to let us go stay wherever we want. So I was telling him, so instead of us going out and buying a, $50,000, $60,000 truck, which that just seems, insane to me, and then going and buying another, $15,000, $20,000 travel trailer, I can't imagine spending that kind of money on a vehicle. That just blows my mind. And so I told him, I said, because then he was looking at older vehicles and ones with more miles on it, just because he didn't want to have to pay that price. But I told him, I said, we cannot be out on the road in, God knows how many states away from home, and have a higher risk vehicle and have something happen out on the road. Then A, how do we get this trailer back home? B, how do we get the family home? Because I'm not going to go on a plane, especially with her. She doesn't do well with altitudes and all that kind of stuff. We would be screwed. Then look how much money we'd be spending, because then we'd have to pay to get a truck fixed. So I just told him, I said, why don't we just do the timeshare thing? We can travel around, like my parents can get 2 days here, 2 days there. And then we just take our minivan that we have that I know is reliable. And that way we can have my daughter's equipment with us. And then if something happens, he can go out and go do his thing. And her and I can stay in more of a home environment, because these resorts, each little, it's like a, well, it's a resort, but they're not like a hotel room. They're full on, they have like 2 bedroom, 2 bath. They're like a small apartment, I guess you would say. So it's more home feeling in these. There's a couch, there's a full on kitchen and, you know, dining room. So, you know what, I think we're kind of more steering that way, but it's like I told him, I said, I just don't want to stress about things like that right now when we've got something bigger, you know, health-wise that we need to be worrying about now that is a possibility that we might be going through. So anyways, there's that, because I know there's probably quite a few of you that are just like, oh my gosh, what is this surgery thing that's going on? So that's it in a nutshell. So yeah, we are going to get down to making some beautiful cards today. I'm going to be featuring for today's Make It Monday. This week's kit will be on the Bee My Valentine stamp set and bundle. And I have got some really cute things to share with you because, it was already crazy. Today is MLK Day. And I was like, oh my gosh, you think of how these holidays go in a row in your year. And I'm like, oh, what's next? Valentine's Day is coming up February 14th. Like, what in the world? And it's going to be here before we know it. So here I have these super cute Valentine's cards that I've made using this set. And I'm like, I've got to get these shown to you guys because you have to have this set. And if I don't show it now, you're not going to have the opportunity because Valentine's will be over before you know it. So I'm going to get you guys flipped around and we are going to go through our giveaways. We're going to also do I'll show you the kit. And I also have another cute little, if you buy the Sweet collection, Bee My Valentine, there's a whole Sweet collection that goes with this bundle. I will show you one of the little cute gift boxes that come with this set. If you buy the full Sweet, you can buy these as a standalone as well, but these cute little pillow boxes are just adorable. I've stamped some fun little things on it and I'm going to share that with you guys. I've even filled it with some Halloween candy, with some Valentine's candy, and it really holds a lot in this as well. So hold tight. I'm going to get you guys flipped around and then we're going to get into this card making. Okay, let me crank this down a little bit. There we go. I think that looks straight. At least it looks straight from up here. Hopefully it's straight from where you guys are at. I am going to slide this over just a hair. There we go. I think that looks okay. So we have mystery stamping coming up this Wednesday. Hopefully you guys saw the supply list that I had posted. You can view that list of supplies over on my blog. If you go to stampinthepinkbarn.com, that will take you to my blog. Why does this feel like it is so far away? Maybe that's good. So on my blog, you can click on the right-hand side. There's a categories, go down to the mystery stamping. You will go right into January's mystery stamping when you click on that, and you will see the supply list there. I've also created the event here on Facebook, so you guys can see that and hit that going button, and it will let you get notifications of when I'm going live. So again, that is this Wednesday, which is the 17th. Move all these papers. Right now, during celebrations, we have our Paper Pumpkin perks. So if you are interested in Paper Pumpkin, or if you're already have had Paper Pumpkin and every year you like to purchase the prepaid, this is the best time of year to purchase the prepaid, because you're going to get with a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription, you are going to get your celebrations items when you purchase the prepaid. So with a 3-month prescription, you're going to get a level 1 celebration item. With a 6-month subscription, you're going to get 2 level 1s or 1 level 2. I know that sounds really confusing. And then if you buy the 12-month, you can get 4 of the level 1s or 2 level 2s. Now, when I say levels, it simply just means that we've got 2 levels with our celebrations items. We have our level 1, which is when you purchase anything of $50 increments, you can pick level 1s. Now, if you have something that is over $100, that qualifies you for the level 2s. So that's how that works. With our current Paper Pumpkin subscription, we are now into the February one. It is called the Sweet Springtime Kit. Now, it is going to be all about your Easter and spring with adorable cards and treat boxes. It's going to make 9 projects, 3 each of 3 designs. Projects include printed cards, coordinating envelopes, and gift boxes, pre-cut pieces, baker's twine, and embellishments. Coordinating colors are your petal pink, daffodil delight, granny apple green, berry burst, early espresso, and your classic Stampin' spot is going to be in crumb cake this time. Now, the little graphic on this picture is just adorable. I can't wait to get this box. This box is just adorable. I hope you guys can see that. It has a little bunny rabbit with a little chick on the front for your Easter and spring. So you can absolutely use this as a little gift box to send items out. Don't forget that we also have the Love of Spring dies. Mine should be here. I forgot today was a holiday, because I was thinking my package should be here, the order that I placed to get this add-on. But I think it said it now moved my order to, I think it's coming tomorrow or Wednesday. So so if I have my order on Wednesday, I will, by the time that I go live for mystery stamping, I'll be showing these dies for you guys. Now, just know that these 3 dies coordinate with January, February, and March's kits, your Paper Pumpkin kits. All right. Also, right now is a fantastic time to join my team. If you plan on placing an order with me of at least $100 or more, definitely consider joining my team. If you are tired of sitting home alone, crafting by yourself, then joining my team is a fabulous way for you to have so much more going on in your life. Whether you want to just get a fabulous discount on further, products that you purchase, or if you are looking to start a business, we are always here for you. One of the extra perks about being on my team is you will get the basic membership to Stamp Happy Academy, which is a wonderful PDF. It's a platform where you can get PDFs, and it comes with full instructions. It comes with videos, tutorials, all sorts of stuff that Dina, Barb, and Kelly have all collaborated on. It is a fabulous add-on for you being part of the team. It is just so gracious that they have offered that to us. Right now, when you join, there are 2 options when you join during celebrations. That's why celebrations is the best time to join the team. Right now, with option number 1, you can choose to get $30 extra when you are picking your products for your kit. So your kit is completely customizable. You get to pick any of the products that you want in your kit. So when it comes to you, you have everything you want in it. So that will give you, instead of you picking $125 worth of product, you now get to pick $155 worth of product and still pay only $99. That's going to include your shipping. You're also going to get a free paper pumpkin kit in there. So if you want to know what a paper pumpkin is even what about, that's the great way of getting it. And the only other thing that is going to be added on there is your taxes for wherever you're at. Option number 2 is you can pick, remember when I showed you guys that glass mat that I had? I was actually going to bring it over again tonight, but then I remembered that you guys were saying that it really screws with the depth of my camera, and it will keep trying to focus in on those little lines on it, so that's why I didn't grab it. But you have the choice of getting the fabulous glass mat studio. It also comes with a clear... not clear, it is white that would hold your stamp pads. It also comes with this really cool chamois-like mat. It is made out of the same material that our purple chamois are made out of. This is wonderful. I love that it is thin. I can just wipe things off with it. I can crunch it up in my hands, wipe my stamps off. I absolutely love this thing, and I've decided that I'm just going to keep it in a little clear stamp pack there. And then, so with that, that is a $60 value added to your $125 worth of product that you get to pick for only $99. So if you want to know more about joining my team, please go over to my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com, and scroll down to where you see, it's going to say, what did I put the heading as? It's going to say celebration starts today. Clearly, it's not today. That started back in the beginning of January. But when you go into that, you are going to scroll down past the catalogs and everything that have just started. And then it's going to tell you all about joining my team. So that is a wonderful way to know all the fine details. It's a great way of getting your guys' discount on upcoming product. And if those of you who don't have much product and stuff to work with, always look at it this way. If you want to add a lot of stuff to your stamping collection and you want to get started with, numerous things, then join the team. There are no obligations. You do not have to stay as a demonstrator or a discount shopper. You pick your, where you want to take your demonstratorship, I guess you would say. Okay. Sorry, I needed to have a drink there. All right, let's get to our giveaways today. So for liking last week's video, there are 3 ways to get entered into my giveaways. The first one is by smashing those thumbs and the little hearts down at the bottom and letting me know that you like this video and you like the content that I'm sharing with you guys. Hello, Robin. And so for liking my video, I gave away one of my cards that I created last week. We used the stippled rose. So for this one, I used the embossing folder, the floral, something florals, layered florals, that new embossing 3D folder I used on this one. And then we did some Wink of Stella in there. You know what? I could have swore. Oh, there it is. Okay. The Wink of Stella is wonderful to add to your flowers here. We use watercolor pencils on this. And then I use the Wink of Stella to just kind of blend that ink out. So this is going to Miss Frida Alsip for liking last week's video. Okay, for number 2 to get entered into the giveaways is by commenting. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know what your weather's like. I'm a real big weather freak, so I always talk about the weather because I love to hear that you guys have snow or, you know, it's icy. Not that I ever want to drive in those conditions, but I just like sitting in the house watching it snow. I just think that's so beautiful. So I love seeing your guys' pictures and all that kind of stuff too. So for commenting in here, I will give away another one of my cards. This one here is from last week, the Stippled Rose. This is going to go to Karen Karst. I'm not sure if I'm saying your last name right, but you know who you are. So this is going to go to Karen. I did some of that wild wheat, those leaves in the inside. So this is going to go to Karen. And then for sharing my video, it is a huge ask of you guys, but you guys are so gracious with sharing my videos and helping me get my content out there to other people. I am going to be giving away, this is the Driving By Cling stamp set. You have your stickers here that you will need to put on your stamps. This is going to be going to Miss Linda LeGros Hunt. And I think I just saw her pop in here. So hello, Linda. You are the winner of the Driving By stamp set. If you know that, I think I have all three of your guys' addresses, so I think we're good there. So what I need you guys to do when you share my video, make sure you hit that little share arrow at the bottom. It's going to bring up another little window. It's going to say you can say something about this video, but you don't need to do that. Just hit the little blue share now, and that is going to share this video to your newsfeed. Then in the comments below, simply write shared. Then that lets me know that you share it and I get you in the drawing for the giveaway for wonderful prizes. And I already saw a bunch of you guys share my videos. Thank you so much. You guys know that I appreciate it so much and I love you all. Hello, Lorian. Welcome, lady. I haven't seen you in a long time. All right, so we are going to be playing with the Bee My Valentine. Now, this one has this super cute little punch with this bundle. So a lot of people are suckers for punches because then you don't have to worry about the machines. You don't have to worry about losing dies or anything like that. So this is a total set for you if you are into the punches. And this punch can be used in so many different ways. You've got two little hearts here, but those are not only little hearts because this bigger heart is going to be the wings of your little bee. You have the bee body right here. And I'm going to actually show you another card that was created that I'm going to use this as a whole different entity besides a bee body. So I'm going to be sharing that with you. Also, if you purchase the Sweet collection, it has this wonderful, this is very, very flexible ribbon. This is called the bordered ribbon, and it is in the color of Sweet Sorbet. So it has a white trim around the outsides of that, or border, I guess you might say. Also, these are the pillow boxes. I'm going to share with you guys the one that I've created. The pillow boxes, you are going to get 10 of these pillow boxes in here. They're already self-adhesive, so all you have to do is just fold in the edges. They're going to stick right to it. Hello, Karen. You won a card from me, so I just want to let you know. You're going to see your name popping up in there saying, congratulations, Karen. You are the winner. So this one here, I have, this just opens up. It's got little finger holes in on the top of this. And I have filled my little box with these little Valentine Rolos. My mom bought my husband. She knows that he loves caramel. And myself, I'm not a big fan of caramel, but she got him some of those Rolos because they were just so cute. And I thought, wow, that works perfect in my little box that I want to share. And they're actually, well, I was going to show you, it holds a lot. Yeah, that is, all those fit in this. And you guys know the size of a Rolo. I mean, they're like bigger than my thumb. So all those fit inside of this little box, just like that. and then it stays closed. You don't have to put any adhesive in there because of the way that it is angled. It'll hold itself shut, but there are the little finger divots there that you can just pull this open. The two sides here do have already self-adhesive on there, and the bottom is going to stay shut as well. So very, very cute, very, very fun to fill up with fun stuff. I have stamped a couple of the little images on here and then added my little bee. I did use some vellum for the wings. I just thought it was kind of cute. And then of course I had to put some Wink of Stella on there to glimmer them up and give them some bling. And then as you can see, there are a couple of these little neat little enamel flowers here. Those come from, this is the adhesive back hearts and flowers. These also come with the Sweet collection. So they're really fun in color. You've got yellows, the pool party, the petal pink, and then you've got your Sweet sorbet. I love the little white and yellow daisies there. So there is that. All right, so let's get down to card making. All right, I am also going to be showing you guys, this is part of our celebrations. This is called the Softly Sophisticated 3D embossing folder. Now this here actually is a level 2. It is a level 2 item in our celebrations because it comes with the Softly Sophisticated stamp set as well. So you're going to get both of these if you add this to your cart after you have placed an order of $100 or more. This can be your level 2 freebie from celebrations. Isn't that cool? So it's a really, really neat embossing folder and a really fun 2-part stamp set as well. So I am using this on our first card. So when you get your kit, so how do you get a kit from me? So this week I am again using the Bee My Valentine. So when you place an order of $35 or more in my online store, and you must use my host code, this is my current host code, you're gonna receive from me these 3 kits for the 3 cards that I'm going to share with you guys tonight. So it gives you the opportunity to make some wonderful cards as well. All right, so let's get into card number 1. You're going to also receive the envelopes if I use any ribbon, which I didn't use any ribbon tonight, but I would provide ribbon to you guys. The only thing that I don't provide is I don't provide any bling. So any kind of you know, like the embellishments that I'm using today, those I don't provide inside of my kits. It's just too hard to send those, and especially with wonky weather, sometimes they fall off, they get stuck to other things, and then it just ruins other projects. All right, so the first card I am using as my card base, this is the Sweet Sorbet. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Now, no, with all of my card kits, you are going to get the full PDF on how to create these cards. You can always go over to my blog, and you can always rewatch this video as well if you're more of a visual person. So just know that you will get a full color PDF from me also if you're more of one of those who like to save the PDFs and put those, tuck those into a folder for, you know, other projects that you might have in mind for this. All right, I have 2 pieces of my basic white. These are both 4 by 5 1/4. I am going to grab one of those and put it inside of my Softly Sophisticated 3D embossing folder. And I'm gonna try to put that as straight as possible. Just like so. Well, maybe, there we go. Okay. Let me grab my, I gotta get my arm exercises in today. So this is what I use my big machine for. So with a 3D embossing folder, I need to make sure that I only have plate number 1 and I need my specialty plate number 4. So I am going to lay my embossing folder in here with the hinge side facing the inside of the machine, and then I'm just going to simply run this through. All right, when we're done, this is what we get, is this really neat textured, well, embossed piece of paper. You can use either side. I'm going to use the raised side, and I'm going to grab my blending brush, and I'm going to grab my Petal Pink ink. Did you guys like how I rhymed that? Petal Pink ink. I need just a blank piece of paper since I'm going to be doing some blending. Okay, we're going to grab some Petal Pink here. I'm just going to grab a little bit of ink on that. Okay, maybe a little bit more than that. I at least need to see what I got going on here. All right, and then I'm just going to lightly swirl this on the bottom portion of that embossed area. I think it's time to WD-40 this chair. It's, hear me squeaking as I'm shaking my arm here and it's moving my whole body. Sounds like I have a squeaky butt. And I'm going to keep it kind of more dark towards the bottom. And then I'm just kind of gradually adding some color going up to just kind of give it maybe a little bit of ombre effect. I guess that's what that's called. So I'm just going to do it like that. It's still only on the bottom portion of this card, which is what I want. Okay, I'm going to take that. I'm going to set that aside. Then I have a couple of scraps of basic white here. So what I'm doing with my scraps is I'm going to take my punch, wherever I put it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to take my punch and I am going to place this in just like so. And what I need to do is just cut out a couple of these bodies. So I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that is garbage. I'm gonna pull these off of my arm so I can hang on to this. Okay, so I need 5 of those. I should have done a thinner piece of paper so I wasn't wasting all this, but oh well. So there are my 5 little bee bodies. See his little stinger back here? Now we are going to do some stamping on these. So I'm going to grab my stamp set and we're going to grab a couple of our blocks here. I need the little leaves. There are 2 images that have a stem with some leaves on it. Hello, Debbie. Welcome. I'm going to be grabbing my lemon lime twist. I'm also going to be using my Petal Pink, my Sweet Sorbet, Pool Party, and some Daffodil Delight for these little images here. So I'm just going to set those out like that. We're going to go ahead and do our stems first. So I'm going to take this one and just with that little bee body sitting there, I'm going to take this and go this way with it. Okay. Oops, you know what? I need to flip that over. I went a little too high on that, or my flower won't even fit. Got a little overzealous. So I'm gonna take that and kind of put it just like that. That way I can still fit my flower up there. And then I'm gonna do another one of those right over here. Okay, now with this one, this is a little bit shorter and smaller. Nope, you stay there. And then I'll do this one. Okay, there are those. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my sweet sorbet. Okay, I'm gonna grab a couple more blocks here. We need to have the Love You on here for my sentiment. And then I'm gonna use a little heart and the flower. The open flower. Now you've got a half flower and an open flower. I'm going to use the open flower right now. I'm going to use sweet sorbet. And I'm going to do my Love You on the center one. Just like that. Okay, then I'm going to take my flower and I'm going to flower up this one right here. Just like that. And then I'm going to set the heart aside but I need this flower again to use with another color. So I'm going to set Sweet Sorbet up there. We're going to clean off the Love You. Take this off. All right, I need my Pool Party. I'm just going to pull out all of my inks here and my Petal Pink and my Daffodil. All right, so with my little flower, I'm going to grab some Petal Pink and I'm going to stamp this one over here and then clean off that flower because now I need the closed flower. Where did I put it? I didn't even mount it yet. With the little closed flower, I'm going to use Pool Party. And I'm going to stamp the flower on this one. And then with that same flower, I'm going to go into Daffodil. And stamp that over here on this one. Okay, then with my heart, I'm going to take my heart and I'm going to go into my Sweet Sorbet. And I'm just going to place this heart like right up over here on the edge of this one. Then I'm going to take my Daffodil and I'm going to do that on this one. Like so. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, now we can close up our ink. Oh, wait a minute. We have to stamp our inside. See, getting a little ahead of myself. So I'm going to move these all up. Since we've got all of our stamp pads out, we might as well stamp the inside here. I am going to need my little green leaf again, my stem and leaf, and my parakeet. I'm going to take this, I'm going to do that one there. I need the other one as well. Do it going this way. And then we'll do this one again, coming back over here. Okay, now we're gonna use our little closed flower. I'm gonna do the pool party for this one. Grab the, grab the full flower in daffodil. We're gonna place it right up here and clean that off. And then we'll do a pool or a petal pink right over there. Oops. Let's get some more ink and let's fill this in. There we go. All right, now with my other one, I need my sentiment. I am going to be using this stamp set. Has a great array of sentiments. You've got Be Mine, I love you no matter what, You're as sweet as honey, Happy Valentine's Day, You'll always be the one for me, Love you, You make my heart buzz. So with that being said, we're going to use You'll always be the one for me since I put love you on the front. So I'm going to come into my Sweet Sorbet. I'm going to stamp that right in the center here. Like so. Now we can close these inks up. Now with the next card, I'm going to show you guys the paper that comes with this, that matches this set also. And when you buy the Sweet Collection, the paper will come with it, the Designer Series paper. It's called Be Mine Designer Series paper, and it is the cutest. You guys just wait. Hold your horses. Okay, so now what I need to do is bring all this in. This is going to go in the inside of my card, so I'm just going to place that in there for the moment. Now what we need to do on this one is I'm going to grab my dimensionals, and I'm going to lay these on here in a fashion that they're going to kind of be staggered on my card. This one is going to kind of go up. This one is going to go here, but we're going to do it where this one's on top of that. And then this one is going to come up there. And this one's going to come right here, just like so. All right, so I think we got it. So I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to put one in the center of that. And I think that looks pretty centered there. Okay, this one's going to go right like that. Okay, that one's going to get a dimensional. This one is going to go up here, kind of a little bit higher, and then it kind of trickles down into like a little valley here. Okay, that one's going to go up there. And then let's put this one on there. I can get that backing off. Then I'm going to place it right like so. Just like that. Well, let me move it over just a bit. There we go. Just like that. So that is going to be our card front. And we're going to add a couple of those little embellishments to it. But let's go ahead and get this stuff adhered into these cards. My husband has signed up to get a table. You know what's crazy? I was just using this glue, and of course now it's going to be a booger. he signed up to have a booth at our local Comic-Con here. I think it's going to be over the summer, but part of the stipulation of having this booth is he has to have some handmade crafts. So is that not a perfect opportunity for me to set up some of my cards and let people see the beautifulness of what we have to offer here? So yeah, he said, see, you get to be involved in it too, even though you're not into the whole comic book thing. I thought, yep, he's going to sucker me in one way or another. Look at there. All right, I'm going to place this right on the card front. So this is a very simple, pretty much one layer card here. Okay, and because those bumps are coming up, the back side of this is very kind of flat. So that is a more basic #1 card. And look at how cute the inside of that is. Isn't that just so fun? I love it. Oh, I think it turned out so cute. Okay, let's add a few of the bling. Maybe. Okay, let me get my little thing. Now these ones are kind of hard to get off of here because they're flat. So I'm gonna flip this is my little poker end or piercing end. I'm gonna flip this over where it's more of like the little spatula. Hello, Vicky. And I'm gonna use that to kind of pick these up off of here because otherwise I can't get them off. All right, I'm gonna use one of these little flowers. See, and you gotta really get underneath there. There we go. This is gonna go right down there like so. We're gonna do a little pink flower. And the pink flower is gonna go right down there. And then let's grab a little blue flower. Kind of keep our colors all coordinating here. Oh, look, that one wanted to stick to my hand. Nope, you have a card to go to, my friend. All right, we'll put that one right there. Okay, there we go. Those little, the clear epoxy that is on that just makes that really kind of grab your eye to those little flowers. So there is that. Oh, come on, thing. All right, so there is card #1. Very simple and quick to create, but it really has a lot of element to it going on. All right, card #1. Okay, let's do card #2. I love card #2. I love the colors, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about when I get this. Let me clean off some of these images because there's a few we're not going to use on this one. All right, so let me place my flowers back in here because we don't need those. But we are going to need that little bee buzzing, the little tick marks. See how these have like the little, it looks just like this right here, this little zippy, I don't know what it's really called, but the little buzzy part of the bee, I guess. I don't know. Call it what you wish. Okay, we're also going to need our full heart here and our little wings for the outside image of that. We are going to need this sentiment that we just used on the last one. We're going to need the bee body. And then we're going to need the bee stripes. All right. Oh, we'll need a face and all that kind of stuff just here in a minute, but let's go ahead and get started on this next card. We are going to be using some paper from the Be Mine Designer Series paper. Oh, look at this. It is so stinking cute. You've got all these cute little buzzy bees on here. This little one is holding a heart. Then you've got the daffodil stripes, kind of that gingham look to it. You've got the little buzzy bee things on the red, along with all these different little cute jars of honey. You've got some flowers going on down here in those great colors, some stripes. You've got your little beehive in your petal pink. You've got the bees flying around in the flower field here. Again, some more flowers with the bees holding a little stem flower. I love the daisy paper here. You've got hearts, red hearts on petal pink, and then you've got some of those bees just buzzing around with their little hearts being so happy. Your colors that coordinate with this are Basic Black, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Sweet Sorbet. Kind of sounds tasty. So very, very fun paper. You guys have to get this paper. Okay, so let me get out the card pack for number 2. So in your card packs, you're going to get your envelopes just like this. Your card and all the stuff that go on the front of your card are going to be in the front of your card base. Now, behind your card base, you're going to have your inside pieces. So you've got your inside white, and then I'm going to be using a strip of that paper. So I keep it tucked behind in my envelope so you know what pieces go on what portion of the card. Okay, so let me move this stuff. We are using a base of Daffodil Delight. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Now this is going to be a vertical card, as our other one was horizontal, or if you want to call it landscape. Portrait style and landscape. Why do I feel like I've got embossing powder? Ugh, it must be on something. Okay, these 2 pieces are going to go on the inside of my card, so I'm just going to lay them there. You will find all the dimensions to the cards that I am creating tonight over on my blog tomorrow, stampinthepinkbarn.com. You will also find this video that will be attached to that. You're going to find my host code. If you don't have a chance to write it down here, you're going to find it over on my blog as well. This is my January host code. You must use that host code in order to get this kit, and a $35 order or more will get you this in the mail your way. All right, so my designer series paper for the outside of this card is 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to go right on the front of my card here. Then my next piece that I need, this is a strip of basic white. This is 2.5 by 4 3/4. And then I needed a scrap of white. All right, so let me get out that paper again so we can do some stamping. All right, we're gonna need that little buzzy bee. Where did I put? Okay. So I have to always look at this because his little butt is going to be on that far side. So when I slide this in, I have to see which way it is going. Because when I go to put my other little thing, I have to realize I have to go this way and not this way when it comes to stamping the stinger part, I guess that's what you call it. All right, so I'm going to grab, I'm using Bubble Bath and Berry Burst. This is why I said you guys are gonna see why I love this card and I love these colors. I'm also using Daffodil and my Memento Black. All right, so for the body of this bee, I'm actually taking this body and I'm going to stamp it this way because my bee is going to be facing just straight instead of flying. Then I need my little stinger, and I guess it really didn't matter this time since I was not punching it that way. Then I'm going to take the little stripes in the stinger, and this just goes right on the bottom of that oval. Just like so. Then what I need is, ooh, I don't like the way that's stamped. Hold on. I'm going to stamp this one first and see if I do it that way. It's gonna come out me better. Then I'm gonna, throw my oval. I'm gonna grab the little oval part and I'm gonna stamp it this way and see if I can get it straighter this time. And then I can tell you what works better. Oh yeah, that worked better. So doing it with your darker stripes first, then you can kind of see where this needs to line up. I think that way worked better, but you do it however you feel works best for you. All right, so with that, let me punch this out because that just changed things for the way that I was gonna fit that in there. Because I don't wanna waste a bunch. Let me grab a Post-it note and slide that in without my Post-it note being in the way. And now I have too much on here. See? Now my Post-it note is merely for holding this and getting it lined up. It's not going to be punched or anything. It's just straightening things up and holding it in there since it was such a small little piece of paper. There was nowhere for me to grab onto it, but I need as much of this for my scrap to cut out other things. So that way that works perfect. Nothing is being wasted. And there's my little bee baby. Okay. Now I need to put a little face on him. Oh, look. This is a sticky little heart, and it decided to hang on to my finger. All right, so then we need to do my little wings. So I'm going to use that solid, the solid heart on there. Now I gotta see how I'm going to be able to get these on there without ruining. Okay. So this one I'm going to stamp down here, and I messed that one up too. Jeez Louise. Okay, let's focus here. Okay, I'm going to take daffodil. I'm going to stamp off once and then stamp my heart. And I'm going to do that again over here. We're going to turn it this way. Okay, just like so. Now we're going to take the little outlines of the wings and then we're going to go in with full ink on that. And I got to be able to see what I'm doing here because I can't stick my head in there because you guys don't want to see the top of my scalp. See my lovely grays. Okay, perfect. All right, I think I can close that now. And then what we need to do is come in here with this punch. And I need to punch out those little wings. If I can get them straight. Just like so. Punch those out. And there are my wings. And then we've got another set of wings over here that we've got to punch out. And of course, I've still got too much going on over here. Manipulate the paper. Okay, slide that just like that. Okay, there's my other set of wings. Now, I'm going to see with this little scrap, okay, I've got plenty of room up here to stamp my little antennae for his little head, or her head. Okay, so now with my black, I'm going to stamp the little antennae up here just like so. And then this little tiny heart punch, you're going to line those little antennae up in there and punch that little heart out. And see, there those are. Okay, I'm done with that. Now let's put a face on this little cute bee, because we can't have a faceless bee. And we have got some super cute little expressions that they have done on these. You've got this one that has both little eyes closed, but he's smiling. This one is kind of like a, I don't know what's going on. You've got a winky one with the open little mouth, and then you've got just the cute little smile here. I'm going to do the little winky. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Cheryl. Okay, here's my little winky bee. Winky face. And my black. I'm going to do this just right in the center here. Just like so. He's so stinking cute. I love it. All right, let's move these out of the way. Now I'm going to adhere these on here, but first I'm going to bring in some Wink of Stella, and I am going to wink up and make my little bee wings shimmer and shine. I kind of went a little overboard on that. I kind of squeezed a little too tight, but that's okay. You can never have too much shimmer, at least on a bee's wings. Ah, that's really going crazy. All right, stop. I've had it sitting upside down for too long. All right, that's got to dry a minute. All right, now we are going to be stamping on here, but I'm going to be putting my bee. And what I need to do with this piece here, my main designer paper that's going to be on there, these need to be moved because they need to dry. Okay, I am going to be taking, on here, you have this little beehive looking image. I need that. And I need my black ink. And I'm gonna need this little piece. Now, I know I have two sides to this, so I know that my back side of this paper has kind of a rough edge to it. I'm just gonna set that on there. I will move it as I'm going, but this just gives me kind of a border to know where I need to put my image. I'm going to take this and know that my little white piece is going to be off-centered over towards the right. So I can hold my hand where I need this. And then I'm just going to stamp this here. That little honeycomb. Honeycomb, that's what it's called, not beehive. The little honeycomb is going to go there. I'm going to do it also over here. If I can pick this up. I'm going to go right here with it. Now, if you want to keep adding to this, all these little hexagons or octagons or whatever that shape is, all match together. So I'm going to simply take it and match them up like so. To add on to that. See how you can just keep going and adding more and more onto it. So that is going to sit there. I'm going to do one more set of these right up here. Then I'm going to add maybe like so. Add another set. See how cute that is? Then that just adds a little bit of dimension to the back of your card. Like, you know, this bee has been busy, you know, making that honey or making that money, whatever you want to consider it. All right, let's slide this over. That is going to go on the card front. Now we're going to work on this. Let's get the little wings. Now I think they're dry enough that we can put the wings on. Okay, that's gonna go there. Now I have glitter everywhere. All right, I'm gonna put some dab of glue there. Dollop of daisy. Put that one there. And then place my little bee, with my glitter everywhere, right like so. Isn't that so cute? Oh my God, I just can't get enough of it. I think it's so cute. It is like mini dimensionals. You're absolutely correct, Wendy. They are the same exact shape as mini dimensionals. You could throw some little black mini dimensionals on there and have it as your honeycomb. Okay, put a little dot of glue on the antennae, and we're gonna place those right there in the top of that little head. Okay, move those aside. Now I put that little heart away, dang it, and I needed it. Put this aside so I don't wind up cutting the wrong thing. Let's move this face. Okay, I need this little heart. And again, I need a piece of scrap, so I'm just going to see, you know, on all these little white spots in here, I can use for this really tiny little heart. And I need 2 of those in Bubble Bath. So I'm just gonna stamp one right there, and then maybe I'll turn this and do one right here, because I know I can see that they fit, so I know that I can punch those out. So I've got 2 little Bubble Bath hearts. Where's it at? There's one. Let's turn this and do this one. I'm gonna need to pull some of this off though. Okay, there's my other little one. Cute as can be. See how I use that pun? Cute as can be. There's so many things you can be so corny with. Leave it to me, be a little corny. All right, then what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to take my black and I'm gonna use those little buzzy bee, and I'm gonna stick that right going down over here towards the bottom, just like so. Okay, my bee is going to get popped up right like that. Then, okay, let's do that first before I start getting ahead of myself. Where did I put my dimensionals? My little honeycombs. Okay, I'm just gonna put 2 of the body, or in the middle of the body, because I want these to kind of be able to be manipulated and angled. So I'm just gonna stick my bee right on the edge of this, and then see, you can kind of take these and kind of angle them. You can use vellum as well if you want to use that instead of the basic white. Now, with my sentiment, you'll always be the one for me. Have a great evening, Mary. You can definitely catch the replay. Okay, now I'm going to place this kind of right up in the top portion here. My sentiment. Again, the colors, I'm loving it. But of course, why wouldn't I? Because they're pink. All right, there is also another little set of hearts here where there's a little trio. And I'm going to use that. All right, need those. So now I'm gonna take my little hearts in my bubble bath and stamp a trio right there. Stamp another little trio right down here. Okay. And then my regular sized heart with my 2 here. I'm going to come in with bubble bath and I'm going to stamp one right, well, actually, let's put these down first. I'm going to use mini dimensionals on the back of these hearts. And I'm going to put this one right here. And then this one is going to go right up here. We're going to stamp a heart right up towards here and right down here, just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to assemble this. I need to come in on the inside of this while I still have all my stamp stuff out. For the inside of my card, I need my sentiment that says Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. We're going to do that in Berry Burst. Right in the center here. We're going to take our trio of hearts and I'm just going to stamp 3 right there. And then I'll come down here and stamp the other 3 there. Now coming back in with the honeycomb, I need my black. I'm going to stamp a portion of them right here and then spin this just like so. Stamp that there. Take this one and stamp it right like that. Okay, and then we'll take this one and bring it in over here. Kind of crooked. Beautiful. All right, that's going to be our inside piece, or layer, I guess you might say. I'm going to go ahead and close these all up so we can start adhering everything. I don't know why I had this piece of designer series paper. I think I was going to put that in there. Was I going to do it at the top? No, I don't like that. All right, we're going to say heck with that because we're going to just keep this the way it is. All right. See what I was talking about? Look at the back side of that designer series paper. Isn't that so cute? Right, we need our main focal point here. This is going to get dimensionals on it. We're going to pop that up. And there we go. This is going to get placed. I'm going to turn this sideways so I can kind of see everything here. place that right like so. Just like that. Isn't that cute? Oh, love the colors, of course, because it's got pink. It makes my heart happy. All right, then that is going to get adhered right on the front there. If I can get it straight, which clearly I'm having issues with. Okay, just like so. Isn't that adorable? What do you guys think of that one? Pretty fun, huh? All right, that is card number 2. Now, if you wanted to, you could add some of your little hearts on there. Because I didn't use Petal Pink and I used the Berry Burst, I didn't add any of those to it because color-wise, it would have been kind of goofy. I guess I probably could have done some of the yellow but see, I don't have any red on there either. So the top ones, the red wouldn't work. So I'm going to leave it without any of those on there because I think it looks cute just the way it is. Okay, so now let's get card number 3. Where did I put my other envelope? Oh, there it is. Let me get my little dimensional things because they're everywhere. Oh, come on. I think the little pig is hungry. Yep, he was starving. He hasn't had any dimensionals in a while. There we go. He does his job so nicely. All right. This is what we need for card number 3. All right, let's move all these pieces. This piece is a leftover. That is an inside. Okay, another sweet sorbet. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're just gonna burnish this down. Now, normally I just fold these in half, but I think for video purposes, it really gives it a crisp edge for you guys to see. This is gonna go on the inside of my card. I also have, which I didn't cut one, I need a strip of this because that is going to go on the inside of this card. This is also going to be a landscape card. I'm going to take a strip of this really cute little petal pink with those adorable little red hearts. Cut that at a 1/2 inch with my hearts facing, you know, down. Then I'm going to cut that at 5 1/4 because that will fit my inside piece just like that. Oh, I better keep this out here because we're going to need this. All right, so for my pieces, I have 2 pieces of basic white. They're both 4 by 5 1/4. One is going to go on my inside. My next layer is that cute little heart. That is a 1/2 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside. For my outside, I have my first layer is going to go straight down. Then my next layer is a piece of, this is 3 by 3. It's that same really cute little hearts. I'm going to take this and line both of my corners up in that, and I'm going to cut that like so. Now both of those are going to go, one's going to go on that corner of the white. This is going to go on this corner of the white. Then I have a strip of that designer series paper. That is the one with those cute little bees holding that. This has got that Daffodil Delight. That's going to go on there like so. Then I have a piece. This is 4 1/4 by 3. Then I have this designer series paper where the little bee is carrying those little stem flowers. They look like little roses flying around just a little flower grove. This is 4 by 2 3/4. This is going to get layered on that. That will go next. Then I have a scrap of white to cut out my bee, and then I have a scrap for my sentiment. Okay, whoop. So let's start adhering all this fun business since there's no stamping going on any of these layers. So this is going to go just straight up to the corner. Like that. Oh, I wanted to mention, I know there's a couple of you on here who are watching from Canada. There is a demonstrator up in Canada. Her name is Rose, I think it's Ward. Rose, I had it earlier and I knew I was going to tell you, and now look, I can't remember her last name. But she is a wonderful demonstrator. She actually goes live every single weekday. Now, she does go in the morning, live in the morning. And she is wonderful. She is just amazing to watch because I know you guys can't participate buying internationally from me. So I just wanted to throw out her name. Coleman, that's what it is. Okay. Rose Coleman, she is wonderful. If you guys up in Canada, I mean, even if you're here and you guys haven't watched any of her videos, she's a kick. I like watching her. All right, this little strip I'm going to take across, and I'm just going to go right to that corner and run that across there. So see, it sounds like a few of you, and Vicky's even from here, know who she is. Yeah, she has been a demonstrator, I'm assuming, for quite some time. But I know people in Canada, you know, they'll ask if they can buy things from me. And unfortunately, you can't do international swaps because of the money exchange and that kind of stuff. So just to say that she's a fabulous one. Okay, now I'm going to take the daffodil and see how pretty that is together. Look at that, because there's just a spot in the inside of these little flowers of that yellow that really just pops on that paper. All right, so I'm going to take this and we're just going to adhere that, but we're covering up those pretty daisies, unfortunately, because we want to see these bees. They're busy delivering flowers and doing their thing. Pollinating, doing what bees do best. Okay, now on this layer, this is going to get popped up. So we're going to go ahead and add dimensionals to that. Okay, just like that. This is going to get placed right in the center here. All right, we're going to use our scrap. Set that aside now. We're going to need both of these because we're going to do some stamping. All right, I need my daffodil. Oh yeah, that's right. I decided that stamping the, whatchamacallit, works easier, the dark part. So let me grab those stripes. Okay, I'm gonna stamp that right there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut this after I get my, oh, did I cut too much? No, I think that's gonna work. And then I'm going to cut this here as well. And then I'm gonna use another one of those because I need this scrap. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my daffodil. And you know what? I don't think I cleaned that when I got the pink on there. So let's just clean it because we don't need a weird, funky yellow and pink. That would probably make a pretty peach color, but it's not what I need right now. All right, I'm gonna line this all up, stamp that down. That actually worked perfect. Yeah, I definitely suggest doing it with the dark of the stripes first and then matching your color up to it, because that does seem to work quite a bit better. All right, now I need a little face. This time I'm just gonna come in with just the little smile. Hello, Bonnie, with my black. Okay, I'm gonna kind of make it just a little slant since he is flying. Just like that. I swear those faces add so much character. Oh, it just does something to your little bee. It now has a face, and I don't know. I like it. I think it's cute. All right, I'm gonna use just this little strip here to do my antennae. Like that. Set those aside. Now let's come in with those bee wings, because we got to create some wings for this little guy. Let's do the solid heart and the, let's move this now because we don't need it anymore. Okay, there's that. Let me clean that because it feels like there's something on there. All right, now with this piece here, I'm going to take Petal Pink. I think we're good with this for now. Petal Pink, we're gonna take this, and I need my scrap because we're gonna stamp off once in the Petal Pink like that, and then stamp on here like so. And I know I just screwed that up because I should have done it this way. All right, try this again. Okay, there is that. Now I'm going to come in with full color of the pink. See how cute that is when you do like the lighter color and then you do the darker? It really kind of gives a defined look to those wings. Don't lose that little thing. All right, now I think we can come in here. We're gonna stamp one more time in here. I'm going to adhere this little piece inside. Like that. Then I'm going to use the sentiment, the sentiment that says, what does it say? You make my heart buzz. Okay, where's that at? You make my heart buzz. Okay, we're going to take black. Yes, Vicky, I agree. I think this is just the cutest. Hello, Carol. I hope that's how you say your name. Okay. You Make My Heart Buzz. So that's gonna go there. Now we need to take this, and I'm going to do the long sentiment here. So I'm going to lay this down so I make sure I get this straight. Just grab that. And it says, what does this say? You're as sweet as honey. And I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to go on a thin little strip up here. And then I'm going to cut that. Okay. Let's grab this, move this like so. And then let's just cut this little strip off. Whoa, my mom's in there making a bunch of noise. Helps if I can see what I'm doing here. Jeez. Okay, just like that. That's what we need. All right, now let's, where did I put my wings? Oh, it's hiding. So let's come in here and cut these wings and see, and I did it again. I was even looking at it thinking I was doing it correctly, and I wasn't. Good thing paper cuts. All right, let's get this straight in here. Okay, there's that one. Then I gotta do my little antennae like that. Let's toss this one. Okay, now we can start. I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this inside because our inside is done. Okay, this piece is now going to go straight on here like so, because we've got that one layer already popped up, and you guys know how I'm always telling you, if you get too many things popping up, it's sometimes the post office doesn't like to send them through the mail because it messes with their machine. Okay, there's that. We've got this little piece here. This is going to go all the way across the bottom like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take just a little strip here. I'm going to cut this off. I'm actually going to cut it in half, but I want to make it where I can still put my fingers underneath that. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure I have the right side, and see I didn't. On the bottom portion, I'm just gonna put a little strip of this because the top part is going to adhere to the part that I already have popped up. So I only need the bottom half to be, as you can see what I'm saying, it'll be the same height as this. So that's all I wanna pop up, and I'm going to come in here and just add some glue up here to this portion, because this is going to hang over, so we don't need to worry about that. Oh, I think my mom's making a cup of coffee. I can hear it. Okay, that's going to go right like so. Let me get this all the way across here, right to the edge of our paper. Okay, just like that. Now we need to grab my little piece like this. See, these are a couple little tricks for you guys, so don't feel like if you have stamped in the wrong position for your punch that you have to now waste a bunch of paper as far as keep repunching. Just make sure that you have a couple of little Post-it notes, slide that piece in there and make it work. It's only paper. You can make it whatever you need it to be to fit into your punch. So you don't feel like, oh my gosh, I've done it again, you know. Everything is manipulatable. Is that a word? I don't know, but I just made it one. Okay, I am going to come in, hopefully with just a small bit of wink. The way that my wink is wanting to work right now, it's just dumping it out. So I'm just gonna try to go very lightly, and I'm not even gonna squeeze because I just want it to be light. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna stop so I don't get any more on there. I think it helped by tipping that up, standing it upright. Oh, I've got adhesive on my fingers. Okay, again, just putting a little dab of glue on the bottom of these wings so they will adhere to this. And then I'm gonna put those wings, I think I'm gonna come right back like so. The little antennae, put a dot of glue on those. Ah, come on. All right, and then those are gonna go right up here by this top front stripe. Okay. Isn't that adorable? So there's so many different ways that you can position this little bee. As you saw on this card, we made it go straight with the two wings. This one we're going to have flying off, you know, towards the distance. So yeah, there's lots of different ways to manipulate this little bee. Now this bee is going to go right over here. We are going to put a dimensional on him, so we are going to have 2 levels up. But because he is our only little one that we're messing with, he'll be okay. Now let's see. I need it up here on this. We're gonna place that, oops, there's a hair. We're gonna place this right like that. Flying. There we go. A little cutie bee. And there is card number 3. Now, again, you can come in with some of your little things. I think this card is quite busy. I don't think that it needs to have any of those little embellishments on there, those little enamels. But if you want to, you can absolutely do it. And some of these little white spots would be kind of cute. But when I was looking at this card, when I was making it, I thought, if I add those, they're going to just get lost. Because there is so many different patterns going on here that you really want to see that paper and not get your embellishments lost, because that's not cool. All right, so let me show you all 3 of these cards. Again, this is part of my weekly kit this week. This will go through, I think it is the 20, I don't even know the date now, whatever Saturday is. I have to get a calendar in here, you guys. I'm telling you, I'm losing it without having a calendar in here. I feel so lost. And I think my 2023 does not show me January. And I have it already written on my blog, but yeah, nope, it's not on here, dang it. Because normally a calendar will show you the following. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's going to be the 20th. See, I was right. Ah, there I go, second guessing myself. So you have through Saturday midnight, the 20th, to place a $35 or more order with me. And you must use my host code, and you will get all the products to create these beautiful cards. The only thing you won't get is you won't get the little enamel flowers, but you're going to get all the product to create these. So beautiful, beautiful cards. Great for our upcoming February holiday. you know, Valentine's Day, Love Day, whatever you wish to call it. Just know that if you're not into Valentine's, which, I mean, I'm not a big sappy Valentine's person, but like with these are so fun that you can just give this to a friend. You can tell your friends that you love them. It's okay. It doesn't mean anything weird. It's just, you know, I'm a big believer in telling people that I love them. And it's not because I'm in love with them. I love people. I love the kindness of people's hearts. You know, there are some not so good people in this world. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go there, but for the most part, we should love one another. We should watch out for one another. I just think that's the way that human kindness should be. And I think it needs to be spread more. So sometimes these cards really go a long way with a person. What they've always kind of said a card is a card that is a paper hug. So you have paper with a hug in the middle because you have to open it and look, it hugs you. It's just kind of a cute little saying. But there are your very, very cute, fun Valentine's Day, or you can turn these into birthday cards. They can be really, you know, a congratulations cards, anything like that. You can really use them from anything. So yeah, if you would like to get these in the mail from me, please make your purchase this week and I will get these your way. All right, you guys, do take care of yourselves. I love you all. I will see you guys on Wednesday for mystery stamping. So until then, you guys take care. Bye-bye.